Welcome back to video number 3. I'm so glad you stuck around. Today we are gonna go over creator connections, which is where we're gonna make brand deals. And brand deals are where we get to message brands, they'll send a free product, we review the product, and then we get a higher commission based off the campaign and for however long this campaign is going on. So we're gonna talk about that, but before we get into that, I wanna go over how the month of July went. In the month of July, I received a total of 57 free samples. How insane is that? I did not think that was going to happen. I am in shock. When I went back and was counting and I was like, oh my goodness. My husband and I think that our delivery drivers hate us because we have so many packages that come up every day, and it's like Christmas every day when we get to open these packages. It's so fun. Like I said, 57 packages. This is the first month I've taken the Amazon Influencer Program seriously, and so I've been really happy with that result. As for what I've made this month, I have it broken into like my commissions from Amazon, and then I've also taken some of my products that I've received that I'm just not gonna use or I just don't have space for, and I've sold them on Facebook Marketplace. So in total, from Amazon itself, so this is from the commissions that I'm making from my like original videos, as well as the additional commissions that I'm making from Creator Connections, which we will get into in this video, I've made a total of $49.12. And then from Facebook Marketplace, I have made $30. So in total, for the month of July, I made $79.12. So excited about that. My goal for this past month was to make more than what I spent on my Viral View subscription, which we'll go over more later too, but I was able to beat that, so I was super happy about that. For the month of July and probably for the month of August, I am putting in so much time. I've genuinely like treated this like a full-time job. I am constantly messaging people. Videos take time, and so I'm spending a ton of time on these videos. The reason is because I'm due for my baby next month in September, and I want to have this kind of established and a decent amount of videos that are already posted so that when baby comes, I am still going to focus on it, and during her nap time or when I have downtime or when she's okay, I'll make videos and message brands and all of that, but I want to focus my time on my baby and me and my husband and our family as a whole. So I'm putting in a ton of time right now to hopefully make it so that once baby comes, I've got a little bit of commission that's coming in that I don't have to like put in a ton of effort, if that makes sense. So that's a little bit about how this past month has gone. We are now going to get into what this video is about, which is creator connections and brand deals. This is what you want to hear. This is what we need to hear. This is the meat of this video. Creator Connections is such an amazing program that Amazon provides for the influencer program. So this is where you're gonna make a majority of the money that you're earning. And the reason behind that is because when you have a product, we've talked about this earlier, when you make a video for a product, you're typically getting between like 1 to 5% commission on that product. But with Creator Connections, these are campaigns that brands are creating, and they are offering higher commission for you to promote their product. So on average, it's between, I've seen as low as 10% commission and as high as 50% commission, which is a big jump. Typically the products that I'm receiving are between like 10 and 20% commission. So when we are selling these products, people are watching these videos, they're clicking on the links that we're sharing on other social media platforms. This is where we're gonna get more money because 10% is obviously higher than 1%. You're still going to receive that 1% to 5%. So if a product has a campaign going on in the Creator Connections program, and it is currently 4% commission back. So if a person watches your video, buys the product, you're still gonna get that 4% commission on top of the 10% commission that the brand is offering. So that's why Creator Connections is so important, and this is really genuinely where we're getting the meat of what we're making. This is where we are going to start communicating with brands and offering a review video in exchange for a sample. I want to talk about how we're going to get there. I'm going to talk about the laptop way and the phone way. I have an iPhone, so hopefully it's somewhat similar. I will say I have struggled to find ways to find different things on the iPhone or on the phone in general. So if you are able to correct what I say and you know better ways to find it, please do so. But the laptop is a lot easier, I would say, or the desktop or wherever you're on, the computer is so much easier to work with and use with the Creator Connections program. So that's something to remember and keep in mind. But it is still possible on the phone. It's just a little bit harder. First, you're gonna look up the Amazon Influencer Program. So look it up. It's going to be, there's gonna have like the listing of products, and then at the top, there's gonna be a box that says Influencer Program. You are going to click on that box, and this is gonna now pull up a page with, it's got like different stats on it. And you're gonna go to the top right corner, there's like 3 lines. You're gonna click on that, go to promotions, click on promotions, and then you're gonna click on Creator Connections. So once you've clicked on that, you're now in the Creator Connections program. Now on the phone, this is the iPhone. Again, it might be a little different for Android. This so far has been the only way that I've been able to figure out. So I know it's not like perfect. I know it's a little more difficult, but if you, like I said, if you know how to do it better, put it in the comments and we'll figure it out together. So first you're gonna have to figure out, you're gonna wanna search a product that you wanna promote. And it's gonna really, really help if you already know something that's on the Creator Connections program, which is hard when you don't know how to get on and see it all, but that's gonna be a way to find it. So you're gonna click on that product. Once you click share, that should say Creator Connections, and you're gonna click the blue, it's like a link. So click on the link, and then it's gonna take you to the campaign for this product. So you're in the campaign for this product, you're just gonna go to the top left corner and you can go back to Creator Connection, and then you're officially into it. So again, I know this is difficult because you'd kind of have to know a product that is on the Creator Connections program, which is why I don't prefer my phone. That's why I would definitely recommend a laptop, a computer, or whatever. Or if you are doing it on your phone, then maybe find a way to find what's on Creator Connections on like a laptop, whether that's at the library, at school, at someone's house, so that you've got like a little bit of something that you can look up and pull that program up with. So now that we're in Creator Connections, this is when we can start messaging brands. So on either the laptop or the phone, you're gonna scroll through. So there's thousands. I think when I was on today, there's over 700,000 products. So scroll through, find a product that you like, and you're gonna click on the product. And once you click on the product, it's gonna have the title, and then there's gonna be a campaign brief. Read the campaign brief for a few reasons. One, because this is gonna explain what the brand is wanting to get out of this campaign. Some of them are short, some of them are really long. Some brands also put what they want in the video, what they want you to create, whether that's an unboxing video, whether that's a demonstration video, whether that's a day in the life of video, and they might even have like things that work. So I was working with a brand and they were like, hey, we have found that it really works and helps when you take the product and you break down every piece of the product that you received. And I was like, oh, easy, I can definitely do that. And it worked really well. So they are gonna know different things that you could do to increase the amount of people that are seeing your video and are clicking on the video and are further purchasing the video. So read through the brief. There also are some brands that have like a link and they're like, if you want to request a product sample, follow this link. So that's also good to know because some people don't respond on Creator Connections, just so you know. Once you've read the campaign brief, at the very bottom, if you scroll, there's going to be a link to the actual product. So you're going to want to click on the link. If you're on a laptop, click on the link, it'll pull up a new tab. And then you're going to go back into Creator Connections, and at the very top on the right, there's going to be a thing next to the name of the campaign. It's going to say message brand. Now this is going to be a great time to start creating templates. Now, whether that's putting it in your notes, a Google Doc form, a Microsoft Doc form, whatever it is, just somewhere in your phone that you can copy and paste, it's going to make life so much easier. It's going to make your productivity so much greater, and you're going to be able to message more brands in less amounts of time. So I am going to read kind of like an outline of what I would put. This is not what I put word for word, and I definitely recommend take it, put a twist to it, make your own, because every brand is going to be different. We don't all want to have the same message to brands, and there's also going to be different things you're going to say for different products, right? So mine goes something like, hi, and then I put the brand's name. I'm like, my name is Jordan. I'm an influencer here on Amazon. I would love to create a video with your, and then the product name. And then I put the ASIN number. We'll go over the ASIN number in just a minute. So I put the ASIN number, and then I say to post to my Amazon storefront in exchange for a free sample of your product. I will also upload the video to my YouTube channel. So I just created a YouTube channel for my products just to pump things out more so that more people have a chance to see it and hopefully purchase the product. Anyways, so view video to my YouTube channel. Here is the link to my Amazon storefront. Then I copy the link from my Amazon storefront and I post it into there. That way they can click on it and they can see what kind of products I've already created and the videos that I've made. This is going to be so helpful. I wasn't putting this in at first, and every time a brand would message and they were like, can you send me your Amazon storefront link? And I'd have to send it. So this is just going to make that a little bit easier if you include your storefront link. Following that, I say, if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to talk more. Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to hearing back from you. And then I sign my name. So make it professional, make it into your own words. Depending on the product, right now I'm pregnant, and so I've been asking for a lot of like baby products because I'm like, I can review this, I can make a good honest review, I can put this on my baby, I can show, baby clothes, lotions, diaper ointments, soaps, all sorts of different products. And so I kind of have modified it and said like, hey, I'm expecting my baby soon, I would love to create an honest review of your product. So, or maybe you work in the beauty industry and you're like, hey, this is my business or this is what I do. I would love to make a review of this mirror or this light or whatever it would be, right? Or these nail polishes, these nails that you have, whatever it is. Amazon probably has it on the Creator Connections program or some form of it. So modify it, put it in the way that you want it. But again, it's going to be so much easier if you have like a template. You can copy and paste it into the message, and then you'll just like add the brand's name, the name of the product, the ASIN number, and any other like important things that might catch the brand's attention. Now, as for what an ASIN number is, this is a unique code that Amazon gives every single product on their page. So it's a long code, and if you click on that code and you like post it into like your Amazon search bar, it'll pull up that product. So this is how you're going to show brands what you want. It's going to be super easy for them to just plug it right in, and it'll make the process so much easier so they know what you're talking about. And most of the time, if you don't include it, they're going to ask for it anyways. And a lot of the times that's how they'll communicate about their product. So instead of them saying, like if I was asking for a snowsuit, for example, they sometimes would be like, oh, I have this, and this, and it's all ASIN codes. It's not like the name of the product. So then I'd have to go in and click and then communicate through that. So that's good to know, and I will tell you how to find those. When it comes to the phone, I'm not sure how to find the ASIN number. I'm sorry. Again, if you know, put it in the comments. That'll help all of us. As for the laptop, if you go to the products page, again, you can click on the link at the bottom of the page of the campaign. Go to the products page. In the URL, there's going to be, sorry, don't want to get this wrong. So you're going to have the product name followed by a /DP/, and then there's going to be a long number. It's going to be a mix of letters and numbers, and then a /. That number and letter combo is your ASIN number. So this ASIN number is typically about 10 digits. So just so that you can keep that in mind, but this is how brands are going to communicate with you about products. So it's very important that you know what those are. Now that you know this information, you can start messaging brands, start making deals, requesting free samples, making product videos, earning greater commission because that's what we want. And I'm going to give you a few tips to kind of keep yourself organized, because Like I said, this last month I had over 50 products, and if I didn't have a way to organize and keep things in an orderly fashion, I think I would have gotten lost, unfortunately. So one thing I would recommend is having a spreadsheet, whether that's on your phone, on your laptop, whether that's a piece of paper. On this spreadsheet, I would include all of these things for every product so that you know and can find things easier. And it'll make your life so much easier, I promise. So first, obviously have the product name. That's important. Next is going to be the brand name. Again, so you know that you're getting the right product. Third, you want to do anything that the campaign brief wants you to include or highlight in the video. So whether that's like, I want you to include how soft this blanket is. I would really like for you to show this light and how the patterns, the wave patterns like are against the wall. Different things like that, so that when you're making the video, you can simply just look back and be like, okay, the brand wants me to show this. This is what I'm gonna show. Next, anything that the brand specifically asks you to include. So this is kind of similar to like what goes into the campaign brief. But sometimes when you're messaging, they'll be like, hey, like I just was messaging a brand about a muffin tin, and they asked me if I could make a video making muffins. And so I was like, absolutely. So I put that into my spreadsheet. So I was like, okay, this is what the brand wants. They didn't put this in the campaign brief, but they did ask me personally to make a video making muffins. So it showed the product in use. Next, put the ASIN number. Make sure you include the ASIN number. It's gonna be so much easier. That way, if you don't have to look up the name of the product or the name of the brand. Sometimes, depending on what it is, it's hard to find. Just plug in the ASIN number and it'll pull everything up. Makes it so much simpler. And then another thing I like to include is the timeline that I discussed with the brand of when I would get the video out. So typically what I was starting with was in 7 weeks of receiving the product, I would have the video out. Now it's getting a little busier, but make sure that you're including that so that when you get the product, you're like, okay, I have 7 days to do this video, or I gave them 2 days, or I said within the month, or whatever your timeline was, put that in there. And then another thing I like to include is like the date that I received it. That way I'm like, hey, this is when I received it. This is when I need it to be posted. And then anything else that you need to know about the review video. So whether that's like they wanted a certain size, if they want a horizontal, vertical, again, that could kind of go with what the brand has asked you about earlier. But those are just like really good things to have as a basis. There might be things that you want to add later, but I would really just recommend including all that. That's going to keep you so organized, and it's going to be so much easier for you to find products when you receive them. Because sometimes you get them in the mail and you're like, wait a second, it's been a minute since I've talked to that brand about that. I don't even remember what the brand is, and I can't find my message on Creator Connections because I believe you can only look them up through the brand's name rather than the actual product, which you can find the product on Creator Connections on the campaign pages. Sometimes it like goes off the campaign's name, which isn't also always the product's name. So in the next video, we're going to be going over Viral View, what it is, what it offers. There's like 3 different tiers. So there's a free tier, basic, and then a premium, I think. So it is a paid program, which is why I wanted to talk about everything. I mean, there's a free part of it, but it's very, very limited, which is why the last couple of videos I've gone over like the basics of the Amazon program, because it's very much possible to do it without having an extra engine that you're paying an extra fee for monthly, but it does make it a lot easier. And we'll talk about why and the features of it and everything. But I just want you to know it's possible not to do it. Like I said at the beginning of this video, my goal for July was to make more than what I put into Viral View, and I did. Only like $10, but still that was enough that I was like, okay, I can keep using this program. I'm making money with this program. I'm like seeing that this program is helping me, and so I was like, okay, I'll stick with it for now. But we'll go over that all in the next video. I am so grateful that you stuck around for video 3, and I can't wait to see you next time. If you want updates, please subscribe, like this video, put any questions, comments, anything that I might have gotten wrong, anything that you might know more about. Let's help each other and create this community, because this is kind of a difficult place to start because it is slow income. It is not a get rich overnight. And if you have tips, we can all use more tips. So again, thank you guys so much, and I'm so excited to see you and talk to you guys later.